Hello, 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 everyone. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing well on this Thursday. And yeah, I just wanted to, bring this information to you all, this astrological information, because I believe that, and this is just my belief, I believe that personally, we are going to start feeling some of this energy on a local level in our personal lives as well as globally. So, what am I talking about? I am talking about the upcoming lunar eclipse that is taking place on March 25th, 2024. Okay. So, are you ready for the start of eclipse season? Whether you're ready or not, here it comes because, like I said, this first eclipse of 2024, it's going to be a lunar eclipse on March 25th, and it's going to happen here at midnight on the West Coast. And if you're on the East Coast, that's 3 a.m. Now, before I get into my interpretation of what's going on, and this won't be a long video at all, I just want to bring the information to you. Before I get into my interpretation of what's going on, I just want to provide a little bit of background, okay? Now, if you don't know, eclipses always happen in opposite zodiac signs because that's how new moons and full moons work. So, with the lunar eclipses being full moons and solar eclipses being new moons, they're always happening on some type of astrological, esoteric, spiritual axis. Now, last year, most of the eclipses occurred on the Taurus Scorpio energetic axis, which elementally, Taurus is earth and Scorpio is water. But our new energetic cycle was starting in October last year because the October 14th, 2023 solar eclipse was in Libra. And again, that was the beginning of the new cycle of eclipses that are going to be occurring on the Aries Libra axis. So the fire sign of Aries and the air sign of Libra. So now, with this eclipse happening on March 25th, 2024, we're now in that full energetic cycle. So, what does this mean? This means that the recent past eclipse energy pertaining to money, foundation, possessions, security, self worth, etc., they're all done because we're no longer here, with the eclipse energy of that Taurus Scorpio axis. That's over with for right now. The new eclipse energies of 2024 will focus on the push pull themes of relationships, power, action, autonomy, society, law and order, and even peace and war, right? Especially with Mars, Aries, Libra, peace, justice, fairness for all. Okay. Now, all of these energies can manifest in our personal lives as well as on a global scale. All right. So, give me a moment. Let me pull up this chart so we can look at this chart together. Okay. So, I have the chart pulled up. And as we can see, it's set for where I am, West Coast, San Jose, California. The event is happening on March 25th, 2024. Now, looking at the chart, we can see that the lunar eclipse is taking place at 5 degrees Libra. Okay, that's where the moon is going to be for this lunar eclipse. And we can see that oppositional aspect to the sun in Aries also at 5 degrees. Now, again, while the eclipse itself is in Libra, right? The moon's energies are in Libra. This eclipse is actually taking place in the sun sign of Aries. So not only has the sun transitioned out of peaceful Pisces with the mutability and flexibility that comes with the watery element, as well as the season of winter here in the Northern Hemisphere, but the sun is now in Aries, a cardinal sign. And this is a new season, which is spring. So the elemental energetic shifts are playing a big role in this energy as well. Not only is this the air fire axis, but remember, Venus is the ruler of Libra, and Aries is ruled by Mars. So there is a point of contention and disagreement with this energy, especially with respect to relationships and trying to figure out how the thing should be done or handled, whatever that thing is. Okay, this is literally the difference in how things are seen, how things are agreed upon, how things are worked out. So I want you to think, men are from Mars and women are from Venus with this energy. Aries is fast and spirited. Sometimes Aries doesn't have boundaries or, pay attention to rules. And Libra has that detailed, balanced, accountable, and fairness energy about her. Now, in this chart, this lunar eclipse is happening in the 11th house, which is the house of networking and social relationships. But let's take it a step further. This is the house of community and the collective. So we can see this push pull energy playing out in a variety of ways globally, as well as closer to home in our personal lives, depending on how your personal planets and aspects fall in your chart. Now, as we can see, Pluto is in Aquarius, trining the moon. And as Pluto is in Aquarius in the third house, which is the house of communication, and it's also an air house because it's the house of Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, I would not be shocked to see, and of course, time will tell what actually happens, but I would not be shocked to see new ideas and a lot more communication about so many things during this eclipse and even after, because eclipses they are shocks to the system, and a lot of those energies can unfold, days, even weeks after. So I think that a lot of this communication is definitely going to stay the way that it has been, which is heavily on social media, right? I don't think that a lot of this communication is going to be things that we see on mainstream media per se. So, if you want to see what's really going on globally, locally, in your local community, etc., I think it's time to dive into various communities on Reddit, Twitter, etc. But here's the thing. I also think that with this energy, this trine is going to bring, so many, group level conversations, again, what's happening in your city, what's happening in your country, what's happening as it pertains to certain populations, rules, law, industries, and governance. Okay. Now, again, looking at the chart, Venus is currently stationed in Pisces, and Venus, if you didn't know, is exalted in Pisces. And we can see this sextiling energy with Jupiter. And let's not forget that Jupiter is one of the rulers of Pisces along with Neptune. So it is possible that we will see some conversations that border on delusions of grandeur, with these conversations taking place both interpersonally and globally. And I kind of see all of this as, in spy movies or war movies or movies where they are, you know, keeping tabs on the population, when they say there's an uptick in chatter. This is what I'm getting from this energy. Now, personally, I think that this lunar eclipse will be the okay, let's try to talk about it again to see what we can compromise on time period. Okay. So when there are disagreements, when we can't compromise, when we can't figure things out, let's go back to the drawing board, let's go back to the table, let's meet again to try and see how we can work this out. So I think that's what this energy from this particular lunar eclipse is going to bring us. This is the compromise period. This is the let's talk about it period. Much like the negotiation points before the quote unquote shit hits the fan. And let me just say, if something has to be let go after the talks break down, then go ahead and let it go. Because this energy, this eclipse season is bringing change, and we cannot change if we are still holding on to old things or things that don't work. The thing about it is, what do we do after communications break down? What do we do when we let things go? Is it time to fight? Is it time to rethink? Is it time to sit with ourselves and contemplate before trying again? This is happening in Aries, and we have a solar eclipse coming up on April 8th in Aries. There's going to be some energetic things coming on then. So again, I think this is the talking point, the let's try one last time before we have to take things to the next level. So that's all that I have for this. Let me know what you think. Are you excited about this energy? Are you concerned? How are things going for you in your life? How can you apply this to your life? Go ahead and share your thoughts with me down in the comment section so that we can get this conversation started. And if you like this video, please give my video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new here and if it's your first time. Again, I just want to say thank you to all of my subs, to all of my channel members, all my Patreon patrons, and to the general world, because I do this work for you. So go ahead, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.